as we continue and really talk about promoting that, when you're starting off as just a one-person founder, Jill, in your type of situation, and then you start adding 4 or 5 people, and then you go to 20 people and to 50, how do you continue to maintain that culture from one employee to the next employee? And how important is it that leadership understands that and is able to convey that to all these new employees that come on board? And I think, you could probably highlight Insperity with Paul Sarvati and talk about,
Right.
His and what he's done over the last 35 years with our company to, us being at 3,500 employees today. I'd love to get your thoughts.
Well, so it goes back to that building it by design. Paul has an interesting story. He started our company. It was 2 guys. They started the company, but their very first conversations about their company was, as we scale, and they knew in their heart that they were going to, as we grow, what do we want people to know us for? What do we want people who join us to feel like when they get here? How do we want to, create this culture of the business moving forward? It was conversation, as they did everything at the very, very outset. They began with that end in mind, if you will. And then it's incumbent upon all of us not to just say that, this is our culture, this is what we believe in, these are our mission, our vision, and our values, and they're written on the wall, but it's actually walking that out, right? We've all seen examples of somebody who says one thing, does something completely different. And if you want to sync your company culture, that's all you have to do, right? Is not lead by example. And so creating those values, articulating those things, being able to give clear direction to say, this is what we expect. When you join forces with our organization, here's what we expect, so that our employees have that compass to know when they're at a crossroads, do I turn right or do I turn left? What do I do here? And so just being good at showing that, as well as speaking that to our organizations. We're all going to make missteps along the way, but knowing that we could be a learning organization that takes that misstep and it doesn't rock our entire world, but we figure out a way to grow from that. So back to the conversations about what's going on in the world outside of our organizations, those social impacts that we're having. I'm pretty sure that there were a lot of organizations that were a little, I'm not going to say caught, I am going to say caught off guard because I can't think of anything else to say. But when some of these things began to unfold this past summer, I think maybe people had platitudes around some of their diversity and inclusion ideas, their policies, their go-to phrases, and maybe that wasn't necessarily holding water within their organization.